There's one simple word when applied right that can change everything. And then I also mean everything. Did I already say everything in your world? You've probably heard of it, but when you start to understand the true power of its meaning, it can be the biggest game changer in your life. It's one of the main things that Dr. Joe Dispenza, Hicks, Bob Proctor and all the other teachers and self-help books that I've worked with talk about when you want to have change in your life. You could even go so far that if you don't use this, there is not really going to be any change. And this keyword is repetition. Yes, I write it this big because it truly is the game changer in everything that you do. I will say it one more time. Repetition. Repeating things to change your subconscious mind. When I started to understand the importance of repetition, everything started to change in my life. I started to attract more money. I became much more confident and fulfilled. And I started realizing the incredible potential that we have as humans. When you start understanding this as well, you will see that you can have almost anything you want. This is one of the most important things you can learn in life. It is so simple, yet essential when you want to have change in your world. Without repetition, you will not change the part of your mind that makes you think, feel and act for about 95% the way you do. It is that important. This part of your mind is called the subconscious mind, and here are, for instance, your inner beliefs and habits stored. When you want to have permanent change in any life area or in anything you want to change in your life, this is the part you want to go after. What I did for a very long time and what most people do is that they overlook this part of their mind and don't incorporate it when they want to change something. What then happens is that you, for instance, start a diet and after 2 days you stop. Or, for instance, you have the plan to get up earlier, but shortly after you stop. That is because you're still thinking, feeling and acting in the old way. Now comes the interesting thing, and that is that your subconscious mind is in control of these things, as mentioned, for about 95%. This is so important to know, because when you know this, you also start looking for ways how to change things in this part of your mind when you want to change anything in your life. When you were a child, things went automatically in your subconscious mind. Till you're 7, your brain waves go relatively slow and everything that goes around you goes into your subconscious mind. When you get older, your brain waves start going faster and it becomes much harder to make changes in here. Now comes the most interesting thing, and that is that the main way to change this on a later age is by repetition. This is why all the teachers and also all the self-help books that I've read talk about repetition as one of the most important practices to get change in your life. At the moment, I'm for instance doing a 30-day challenge from Hicks, where you soothe yourself into alignment by pointing the entire day out to yourself how well you're doing and how much is going well in your life. This is repetition to change the way you think and feel. Dr. Joe Dispenza always says, overcome till you become. Meaning that you keep repeating your future and overriding your old patterns till you become the thing you want in life. Again, repetition. Bob Proctor is just very clear about it and says that repetition is one of the main things to change your mind. The thing is that when you start understanding your mind better, it makes so much sense. You start understanding that this is one of the main lessons you can learn when you want to develop yourself and have spiritual and mental growth. It is also just a lot of fun because by understanding this you can start doing your own experiments and test it out for yourself. I always believe that one of the main things of knowing if something is true is by getting the evidence yourself. In this moment, you know that everything that you got taught about the topic is true. It also gives a better understanding why certain things in the past didn't work out and how you can start living your full potential. You are much more powerful than you can even imagine. So now I still want to go into 3 things that I use daily myself that make huge changes in my subconscious mind. I also will share a video in the description below where I go much deeper into the subconscious mind, so it's really worth watching. The first super powerful tool that I use is visualization. And if you believe that you cannot visualize, just go deeply in the feeling that I will describe. What I do is that I stand in front of the mirror and I look myself in the eyes. And then I say, I am so happy and grateful now that. And there you can put anything that you want. So for instance, that my videos go viral and have millions of views. Then I close my eyes and I visualize how this happens. So sitting behind the laptop, seeing how it goes viral. And I try to feel that gratitude as much as possible. By feeling that emotion and visualizing it, it will make a huge impact in your subconscious mind. Then the second thing that I every day do is using a meditation to go into the feelings of the future that I want and the thing that I want. At the moment, for instance, I try to create a more abundant life. So every day I sit and I feel already that abundance and I try to feel already like my future is there. And I can tell you one thing, in the last half year, more and more abundance is coming into my life. Then the last thing I love doing is writing it down. I use the same affirmation that I used in front of the mirror. So for instance, I'm so happy and grateful now that my YouTube videos go viral and have millions of views. And I write this down and I also tune into the feeling again, into the gratitude and just the feeling that's already happened. The combination of these 3 things is super powerful, and if you do this for, let's say, a month or 2, you will see more and more results. First your mind will say, I don't believe it. Then it says, I start believing. And then you start thinking, feeling and acting differently, and you will get different results in your life. This is one of the main lessons that I got out of 10 years spiritual development and self-development, and I hope that you can use it too. Repetition truly is key. You deserve it to become happy, joyful and fulfilled in life, and if you use repetition to change, you will see amazing results in your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys that watch till the end. If you like this video, like the video, write a comment, maybe write what you want to change. If you want to have future videos about self-development and spiritual development, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see that video where I go deeper into the subconscious mind, have a look at this video. And for now, I wish you an amazing day.